Today's another one of those days where I feel like quitting, or I feel like just throwing everything away, or I feel like none of this has any real point to it, or it's just a waste of time, where I could be doing just anything else or nothing. But then there's a part of me that gets in the way, the part that knows deep down inside that it's actually all worth it. That there's been plenty of confirmation, and I know you get the confirmation too, because I know I'm not the only one who has those times where we feel like we should quit. But haven't we quit before? Think about it. Haven't we given up on that thing that we wanted to do, but since it got a little difficult, but since it didn't really seem like it was going anywhere, we decided to quit? If we already are familiar with that feeling, why not discover what that other feeling might be? You know, the one where you continue, the one where you actually progress, where you see some fruits as a result of your labor. What about that? Can we actually remember on days, especially like these, where you just don't care anymore? It's like, I'm gonna just quit. Can we actually remember why we even started in the first place? Can we actually flash back to the time where we wanted to quit before and we actually quit it? Can we think back to that feeling in those moments that are most challenging and actually use that as motivation to go forward anyways? You know, the feelings that we feel in these moments, they're just like the waves of the ocean. You know, they come and go. You can't stop them, but they're gonna come regardless. And we get the opportunity to either look back and see the progress we made, or look back and wonder what would have happened if we pushed forward anyways. You know, there's always gonna be that sense of regret. You know, what if it was just one more of the thing that you had to do and everything changed? But just because you quit on times where it's toughest, and by the way, are the times that most people quit, instead of seeing what just happens, then we leave our only reward to be regret. You know, and what about all of those other people too that'll be impacted by you continuing to move forward? What about the people that are watching you that you don't even realize are watching you? What about the people that are looking up to you because you actually had the courage to try the thing, to do the thing, despite the circumstances, you continue to do the thing? It's like, dang, this guy after all this time is still doing that? You know, there's gonna be many people along the journey that are just watching from the shadows, that you never hear from, that you don't know you actually impacted until the kingdom reveals it in heaven. You know, we're not gonna always have the clear signs. You know, it's up to us to be able to remember despite how intense the emotions are, because I'm telling you, I was going through it. I was certainly going through it. If we can have the ability to see through these emotions, to be able to feel them in the moment and actually remember what the bigger picture is. Yeah, it may feel like this right now, but what if I just do? What if I create a memory today in this moment that I can look back on, reflect on, and gain strength from? Because it was really difficult in that time before, but I pushed through anyways. So if I push through in that time, guess what? I can push through in this future time. You know, every day that we take action on the most important and the most valuable days, where it's the last thing that we want to do, we're building credibility for ourselves. We're building a belief. We're building an identity. an identity, a belief, systems that we could actually look back on and propel us forward. That we could actually look back on and see that these are the things that were the key to help me in today. They built something in me that I didn't realize it was building in me in the time that I was struggling, going through it, suffering. You know, there's a version of you who doesn't quit. And we get to choose whether or not we want to be that version every day. Then when the good days come along, when you feel amazing, it's nothing. You know, you fly right through it. It's a wonderful day. But anybody can make it through those kind of days. The real test is when, just like today, all you wanted to do was quit. The satisfaction that you would get from just stopping, from just giving up. You don't have to grit your teeth and persevere anymore. You don't have to work as hard as you were working. So you just quit. The weight is off your shoulders. For now. Anyways, if you're feeling like quitting, don't. If I gotta keep going, I expect you to do so too. You're waking up for a reason. Both of us are. You still have breath in your lungs for a reason. Are we gonna find out what the reason is? Or are we gonna do otherwise? Anyways, if you made it to this point in the video, I appreciate you. Thank you. If you feel like it, like, comment, subscribe. It will mean a lot. And it also gives me confirmation, and it helps me keep moving forward. And I continue to push these things out. Because then I can take that, this person was impacted. Another subscriber. I might be on the right path after all. Another upload. Anyways, appreciate you again. You have a great one, and adios for now.